Guys, I can't believe the doctor had advised me to throw away my belly if I abort the baby, guys. I can't believe that. I know I can't believe. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So, I'm home alone today and I feel a little bit bored, so I decide to go on one little story time. But before I get into that video, guys, I want to tell you guys all so much how I appreciate you all. Guys, I'm at 880 subscribers. I want like another 120 to be at 1,000 subscribers. And guys, I couldn't have got to where I am without you all. So I want you all to know how much you're appreciated. Thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for always coming back. Please tell your friend to tell another friend and also your family members, guys. Help me to grow and to get to where I want to be with my subscribers and my watch time hours. So that's enough about my channel. So what I want to share with you guys today is something very important, something that happened to me earlier on in my life, and this is what it's about. So I got pregnant with my last baby at 41 years old. I didn't plan for that baby, but she came along, and every baby is a blessing. It's a blessing from God, because there's a lot of people out there who want to have kids and is unable to do so. And because of my age, plus I had high blood pressure, I was high risk, guys. So this was a high risk pregnancy. I had high blood pressure problems, I had potassium problems and all that. So anyway, to cut a long story short, guys, when I started going to my GYN doctor, to check up on the baby, in Jamaica we would say we go into the clinic, but here we go to our OB/GYN doctors to check, the progress of the baby, our health and all that. So I went to my doctor when I just found out I was pregnant, and then I was like close to 3 months or so. I didn't know, because guys, I was having irregular periods at that time. At that age, I started having very, very irregular periods. So I did not know I was pregnant. So I found out when I was like 3 months already. Anyway, I started going to my visits and everything. This one time in particular, the doctor sent me for some tests, like blood work, to check, I guess, everything with the baby and myself. Anyway, I remember I was at work one day and I got a phone call from the doctor saying my blood test results, they came back negative. Like all kind of different stuff was wrong, but based off what he was telling me was that the baby is not gonna be healthy when it's born. It's gonna have Down syndrome. Even if it's born, the baby is not gonna live too long. The baby is gonna be born with all sorts of defects. Anyway, he said to me, this is what I would advise you to do, Michelle. Go home, discuss it with your partner, and I think we should discontinue the pregnancy. Guys, you know what that means. Meaning he's telling me we should do an abortion because the baby is gonna be no good when the baby is born. Guys, I was devastated to hear that news, because at least I am pregnant, but everybody hopes for a healthy baby, right? When you're pregnant. Anyway, to hear that news, it was scary, overwhelming, and everything. He said, Michelle, I'm advising you, go home, discuss it with your partner, discontinue the pregnancy. So anyway, I was crying that whole day to hear that news. But anyway, when I went home from work, I discussed it with my partner, like the doctor told me to. Because guys, I'm not gonna lie to you, hearing that news, I was really ready to discontinue the pregnancy, because I'm saying that's the doctor, he knows what he's saying. I cannot read test results. He read my test results based off what they told him. I mean the lab, based off what the lab told him, and this is what he's telling me. I went home, I told my partner, I said, the doctor said we should do away with the pregnancy because it's gonna be a very sick baby, and even if the baby comes, the baby is gonna die soon. Anyway, I was ready, guys. I will not lie to you. I'm a human being, and I guess I wasn't having that faith in God at that time. I was just scared, and I was just listening to the doctor. So when I told him, he responded by saying, Michelle, I don't care what the doctor say, but we are not doing nothing to this baby. We're gonna carry this baby. If the baby is even sick, God has the final say, Michelle. I will not allow you to abort this baby. We are gonna have the baby, and we're gonna take care of the baby. It's our baby, no matter what the doctor said. So the next day, I followed up with the doctor, and I said, well, my partner said we're not doing anything to the baby. We'll be having the baby. He said, okay then, are you willing to take a test called amniocentesis, something like that. I think that's how it's pronounced. Where it's a big needle, guys, that they push into your stomach and to get, I think, in the sac where the baby is at, to pull fluid from it and to check it, because I guess that test will tell you definitely everything that's wrong with the baby, and it's gonna tell you the gender of the baby at the same time. So I said, okay, I want to take that test. He said, however, that test is very risky. While you're doing that test, you could pick up an infection and you could miscarry the baby. It's a big risk to do that test. I said, I want to do the test because regardless of what, guys, I want to find out. I want to know what's going to happen to the baby, and I want to prepare. We want to be prepared for whatever we are supposed to face with this baby. So I said, I don't care how risky it is, I want to take the test just to clear my mind and just to know what we're facing. So anyway, the time comes up for that test, and we went. Before I did the test, some other doctors were there. They say they're gonna do an x-ray first, like an ultrasound, and they're gonna measure the baby and see everything with the baby, see where we stand. Okay, so they hooked me up to the machine and they started doing the ultrasound, measuring up the baby, everything. When they were done with that, the guy that did that test said to me, honestly, from all these measurements, there's nothing I see that is of concern with your baby. Your baby's measurement is great. It's measuring what it's supposed to. It's not smaller than usual. The head is not big. The baby looked normal to me with all the measurements. So if I were you, I would not do the amnio test. He said, however, if you still want to go along and do it, you're free to do it. At that time, my partner was with me in the room, and he said, Michelle, I don't think you should do the test since the doctor is saying this, everything look okay. Knowing me, guys, I'm a worrier. I worry about absolutely everything. So I know to carry a baby for 9 months and not know what's gonna happen when the doctor already told you that the test was abnormal. Half of you guys, you couldn't do it and wait that long. So I said, no, I still want to do it. I'm here already. Might as well I just do it and trust God and just get over the fear. So anyway, they hooked me up and they pushed this long needle, guys. I'm not exaggerating. It was a really long needle. They poked it into my stomach. But by this, I'm hooked up to a monitor where they can see the baby and see where the needle is. They're pushing the needle. So they're watching the baby at the same time while they're doing this test. Anyway, we did it, and they say we have to wait like 2 weeks for them to send it away somewhere so they get it tested. They test it with to come back with the results, but they don't do it in my area. They're gonna send it out to another lab. So we have to wait 2 weeks for that result. Guys, it was the longest 2 weeks of my life. We waited and waited and waited, and the results still didn't come back. Anyway, it was time for my next visit to see my doctor again, another follow-up. So when I went, he asked me, did anybody call you with your amnio results? And I said no, and he said it's been over 2 weeks now. They should have gotten to you by this. So guys, you know, I'm thinking the worst now. Why didn't they call me and give me my results? Is something really wrong? Anyway, the doctor sat right there in front of me in his office, and he was talking to somebody on the phone from the place that they did the test. I couldn't hear what the person was saying, but after he came off the phone, he said to me, Michelle, congratulations. Nothing is wrong with your baby. Your baby is absolutely normal, absolutely fine. Guys, I was so happy. I stood in the office and I just started, you know, thanking God. Say, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. I was so stressed out and worried. But the point I want to get to you guys is that we have some amazing doctors. Even this doctor I'm telling you about, he is an amazing gynecologist. Because I still have him as my doctor years after. I'm with this doctor maybe 20 years or so. My daughter is 14 now, the same baby that they say was gonna be having all kind of issues. So the bottom line I'm getting to, guys, we don't always have to listen to everything the doctor say and jump at what they say. It's good for us to always get like a second opinion, guys. Because if I had not have the partner that I have, my baby wouldn't be here, my daughter wouldn't be here, because I was ready to listen and to follow the directions of the doctor, guys. Honest to God. So it's good to get second opinions, guys, and stuff when the doctor give you an answer that you may have doubt in it or you really don't know. I know we have to trust God, but we also need second opinions, guys. I am a living testimony with that. My daughter is a living testimony with that, guys, because has it not been for my partner, my daughter would not be here. And guys, this little girl, yes, she was born like a month early. She came out, she was 5 pounds when she was born. I had her prematurely. She came before the time. But the only thing with her, guys, is that she was small. She was 5 pounds, of course, because it wasn't time for her to be born yet. So she came out tiny. That's the only issue, guys. My daughter is normal. There's no defects. She's intelligent, super smart, guys. No issues, no delays, nothing, guys. And I'm not even blaming the doctor that told me to abort her. I'm blaming, I don't even know who to blame. Maybe the lab. I don't know if my tests were mixed up with somebody else's. I don't know what happened, or it could be just God himself. I don't know, guys. To this day, I don't know. But thanks to my kid's dad, he's the reason why Kaylee's here. Because he said no. He put his foot down and he said, no, we are not doing anything to this baby, Michelle. Nothing. The doctor can speak as much as he wants, but we're having this baby. And mind you, guys, this wasn't his first kid. Kaylee was gonna be his, his 5th kid. but he still trusted that nothing is wrong with the baby. And he said, even if something is wrong with the baby, it's our baby and we're gonna take care of it. Okay, so guys, I hope you don't get into that position that I was in that day, because that was extremely scary, guys. So I hope you never have to be in that position that I was in. But if you ever get in that position, guys, don't jump. Don't just jump. Because look at my beautiful Kaylee, guys. I would never trade her for the world. And I really cannot imagine life without that little girl if I would have gone ahead and did what the doctor say. So guys, I thank you so much for listening to my little story time. It's not a long video, but I just wanted to share it with you guys. And I hope my video helps somebody, if they had to make a decision on something that you're unaware of. I thank you guys so much for always coming back, and I appreciate you all. I love you all. Be safe.